Just waiting for people to pop up in the stream. It's always that thing of trying to find the accidentally hit the wrong button there. So it's always that mix of trying to find the right time that people want to be on stream, especially during a weekday. Actually, I think I should go close this window because then it's getting dark out. My neighbors are going to look at me all weird. There we go. What is going on? Hey, what's happening? What is happening? What's going on, everybody? Thanks for jumping in tonight. Let's see here. All right, we got a couple of views coming in. Cool. So tonight is going to be a similar thing. Gretchen will be in a minute. She's finishing up her yoga. She's really big into the yoga stuff, so she'll be in here in a minute. But we'll be talking about Mainframe Comic-Con this weekend. You know, I'm still going through the organization, so it'll just be general chit-chat while we got that going on. Plus, you guys will get the first look at the new prints that I have made exclusively to be premiered at Mainframe Comic-Con as well. So that's the initiative for tonight. Chris Ecto, my dude, what is up? Chris Ecto, how hype are you for Mainframe Comic-Con this weekend? Man, I'm so glad I pointed that in your direction. I'm so glad you signed up because you guys need to go check out Chris Ecto on Instagram. Let me throw up his name here. Chris Ecto, spelled just like that. Go check out his art. He does amazing street art, like stencil and street art. Done by hand on canvas, and he just makes legit stuff. So definitely go check that out. Yeah, I'm glad you made it. Mora's here. What's going on, Mora? Gretchen will be in a minute. She's finishing up her daily yoga session, so she'll be here shortly. Anne, what is going on? Say hello to Anne. Say hello to Chris again. Mora. What's happening? So this is just a casual kind of hangout situation. I have all of these books, and then I've got a stack of boxes back here that you can't really see. Let's see here, back there against the wall, that I have to organize in all of the rest of my boxes here. So the thing that I've been doing is just a live chat while I go through this. It's been so long since I've been through these boxes that need to be put away that I amaze myself with the stuff that I come across because I forgot that I actually bought it. So we're in the H's now. We made our way to the H's. Just got past the Harley Quinns into the Hit Girls. And so anyway, yes. In a little bit, we will be talking about Mainstream Comic-Con. I want to show you guys get the first look at some of the new art prints that I'm coming up with. I've got two more that I don't have finished that I won't be able to show you guys tonight. But I'm pretty stoked for that, and we'll talk about that here in a little while. In the meantime, I can hear that Gretchen's getting done with her yoga. You almost done, babe? Yeah. She'll be here in a minute. She's across the hall. So what are you guys up to tonight? Besides watching me sort through comic books and just talk about whatever comes to my mind. What are you guys up to tonight? Obviously, a Wednesday night. There's not a whole lot going on since basically anything fun has been taken away from us right now, or anything of interest to go to has been taken away from us. So I appreciate the fact that you would even take a few minutes out of your evening and sit here and hang out with us. I really do appreciate that. Let's see here. Binging on Netflix. And what are you binging on Netflix? I want to know what you're binging on Netflix. Sammy Skidoo is in the house. What's up, Sammy? Comics Club is, I'm editing the video tour of Comics Club. Okay. And then Sammy says, I just got back from Walmart. I went to buy 4 things and didn't buy any of those things and still managed to spend $89. That is our constant problem when we go to Target. Like, we refuse to really set foot in Walmart unless it's mandatory. And I feel like you're probably, like, it had to be mandatory. You needed those 4 things, and that's why you went to Walmart. I understand. I understand how that is. Let's see here. Oh, Comics Club posted this on the Facebook page. Thank you so much, Comics Club. Anne and her husband Alex are watching Money Heist. I have not seen that, but I've heard good things about that on Netflix. Mora, what do you got going on? Celebratory drink of whiskey with a toast to the earth. Happy Earth Day. Thank you. Here's my toast as well. If by chance you do drive by the Tropicana plant, I did commission their artwork for their Earth Day banner. Nothing too big this year, but the artwork out there is always mine. I always do the artwork for PepsiCo and Tropicana, whether it comes to some sort of event that's going on or celebratory situation, stuff like Earth Day, stuff like that. That's all me. So if you happen to drive by Tropicana and you see the Earth Day banners out there, that's me. Let's see here. Scrolling down, we got Chris is trying to get motivated to paint. Currently, I have Biodome playing in the background. Looking for inspiration, you know? You need... What could you do with Biodome? I would love to see you do a... what's his name from Biodome, babe? Pauly Shore. I'd love to see you do a Pauly Shore print of some sort as the Weasel. That would be hilarious. Let's see here. Sammy says, vacuum cleaner, large trash can, shower caddy, and shower curtains. Did not get any of them. I feel like anything of a hygienic sort of principle is hard to come across now. Whether it's big things like a vacuum cleaner, like all of a sudden they sell out. Because, you know, you'll need those in the apocalypse. Comes Club, be sure to give TNG a thumbs up. Yes, thank you. Say hello. Say hello.
Why, hello.
Brought some boozy booze with you.
I might have a cocktail.
Yeah. Mora's drinking. It's Earth Day. She's celebrating Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day.
That's right.
With Siesta Key toasted coconut rum.
I put a little bit in my drink as well. A little bit. Just a little snippet. I know I'm not allowed to have your rum, but I took a little snippet and put it in my drink.
Noticed.
You noticed it was a little bit lower?
I noticed the level was different than when I left it this morning.
Chris Echo says, Pauly Shore gives me energy. You know what? There's nothing wrong with saying you enjoy a Pauly Shore movie.
I love Pauly.
It has its place in comedy. It really does. Like, I'll watch Biodome. You know which one I really enjoyed was the one where, was it Son-in-Law, where he was getting Son-in-Law. Yeah, it had Tiffany Amber Thiessen. I mean, she was the main reason I watched that movie to begin with. But yeah, it just happened that Pauly Shore was in there. And who can forget Encino Man? Back when Brendan Fraser didn't look like an ogre.
I don't know any girl in my generation who didn't think Brendan Fraser was the most yummy snack on the planet in that movie.
My friend is currently, let's see here. Oh, Mora says, my friend is currently in a band with Pauly Shore. I don't even know how that happens.
It's amazing sometimes.
Mora and her husband, Matt, own a recording studio down here in Sarasota called Burnt Orange Sound Studio. And so it's amazing the people that they come across.
They have fun stories.
They have fun stories, that's for sure. Anne says, hello, Gretchen.
Hello, my dear. From so very far.
Mora says, hey, lady.
Hello.
Comics Club says, hey, Miss G.
It's Mrs. I'm married.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. MS. MS is what it is.
Ms. I'll accept that.
Except the Wheezing the Jews.
Who is that?
Chris Ecto.
Oh, okay.
He's an artist buddy of mine out of New York.
Right on.
And then Sammy Skidoo says, yeah, I looked, but none of the ones that I planned to get. So I got a lot of other stuff. LOL. Hi, Gretchen. Yeah, my brother was in a Foo Fighters music video as like a main person. Seriously, how does that happen? So strange. You know, I've believe it or not, I've been in a music video. I've been in a movie. A couple of things out there. If you go on Amazon, so I used to be known as being a radio DJ and music podcast host, and I was well known within the music scene that I did. It's known as Americana. If by chance you happen to go look up Americana rock mix online, you'll probably find quite a few things that haven't faded away in the internet yet. And a buddy of mine made a movie that's out on Amazon Prime. It's called Rocky Mountain Fast Guy.
It's such a fun movie.
And
it's a feel-good, good old boy Dukes of Hazzard type movie.
And it was at the point in time when I was a radio DJ down here in Sarasota at WSLR. And my scene is filmed in the studio. I'm playing a radio DJ. It wasn't a far stretch. And yeah, so Rocky.
Submitted for your Oscar nod.
There you go. Rocky Mountain Fast Guy. So there's that.
You're so famous.
Nah, so famous.
You're so famous.
All right. So now, like I said, I'm in the H's. Now
You're in the H box?
I'm in the H box. Got past the 2 G boxes.
Oh.
So, I wanted to show you the, is it up here now? Oh yeah, this lid here was your original long box. It says Gretchen's super secret box of non-geek reading material. Back when Gretchen was hiding the fact that she does collect comics. And she wasn't really hiding the fact. It was just kind of a joke.
I was still cool.
She was still cool.
I forgot how to be cool.
She hadn't watched all the Star Wars movies yet, and she hadn't watched Firefly, and she wasn't invested.
I hadn't drank the Kool-Aid.
She wasn't invested yet. So, but she was still collecting Catwoman and Batgirl and Harley Quinn and Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah.
And so she hadn't quite. I hadn't quite. What is it? What's the syndrome? The Stockholm syndrome. She hadn't quite fallen for it.
You think yet. After 23 years together, Stockholm syndrome would have been passed.
You know?
So that was a stubborn one. My coolness was a stubborn one.
Right.
But now I'm not cool at all. So I'm right there with you, boo.
So going through this box right now, sometimes I come across these old boxes or these old comics that like I didn't even get from my grandparents. I got some old stuff from my grandparents, when they had passed away, that they had just like randomly collected, and it was in their closet of all things.
Right, and they go through the closet and they're like, "There's comic books. Tim likes comic books."
But then I find these comics that I thought the comic characters only existed in the newspaper.
Yes, that was one of my favorites.
High and Lois. I have only ever seen these characters back in the day in the funny pages. I don't even think they still have them in the funny pages.
Is the funny pages a thing still? Like,
I don't know. But that's the only place I'd ever seen this. And then one day, I don't know where it came from, but it was randomly in my collection. So that's an odd one.
I like it. I'm down with it.
Let's see here. Comics Club says, dang, it took us months to go through the A's and our back issues. Yes, what you have back there is a jungle. A very treacherous jungle, just not with lions and tigers and apes that can rip your arms off. It's more like...
You don't know what's going on.
I do know what's back there, and it's still a scary situation. So yes, I know that it took them months to go through that. And then Maura says, you're in denial about your geekdom. So, but not anymore. She was at the time. Now she's fully invested.
I mean, I've come a very long way.
You have come a very long way. Marina Mouse Vlog stopped by, says, hey guys, stopping by. Heart.
Oh, hearts.
So, yes. So I want to talk about Mainframe Comic Con here in a little bit, but let me crack into this box a little bit and see what we have. This entire series of Hit Girl.
Hit Girl.
The new series of Hit Girl. While there is a new Kick-Ass in the comics, Hit Girl is still the same. She still is savage, going around mutilating people with her katanas and finding various ways of just ruining people's lives.
Hit Girl is eternal.
People deserve it. Those people that she goes for deserve it, though. They're like mob bosses, stuff like that. Um, let's see here. So here's the problem. Okay, so this is where I stopped last time. The boxes that had the last amount of G's or H's in it stretched all the way up to like Judge Dredd within the box. So I had to take out the last third of the box to make room for more of the stuff. So now it's the same situation where I still got to take out more of this because let's see how many H's I have.
Must be hard work.
Go through the eyes up to Gretchen's Gem comics.
Gem is excitement.
You got the J's, so I know we go all the way through the K's here. L's actually.
I blame my need for colored hair on Gem and the Holograms and She-Ra.
Am I missing any Hit Girl comic issues? No, I have them all, including the original series that came out back in the earlier 2000s. Nope, I am not missing any of those. For some reason, though, of this collection, I'm starting with issue 3. I must have misnumbered them 4, 5. As I say, no, I'm not missing any. I think I set them aside somewhere. I think like the first one I wanted to get graded or something like that. But I guarantee you, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's in the stack somewhere. 8,
He'll get back to
9,
you on that.
10. Oh, here we go. 1. So that's 11 and 12. Here you go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Wait, how are these numbered? Issue 3. Wait. Oh wait, there was there was a series before she started like doing the world tour thing, wasn't there? Yes. Okay, so that might be why I had these out of order. 1, 2, 3.
I'm really questioning your filing.
You know what? I question my filing system all the time. I've said that repeatedly. 12. Okay. Oh, you know what? So here's another complication with my filing system, is that I know that I put the Hit Girls next to the Kick-Ass in the K box. Why did I do that? Because it's technically almost the same book, especially at the time when they started coming out. So
you know what? You have got nobody to blame but yours.
I know I have nobody to blame but myself. Okay, so with Mainframe Comic Con coming up, I've been creating these new art prints, these 10 by 10, or actually I think they're 11 by 11 prints. And so let me show you one. Let me just show you one. It's got kind of a they each are kind of part of a series that I'm working on right now as far as logos go, and you'll see what I mean here in a second. Let me share my. Let's hope my screen doesn't crash this time, because last time I tried to share my screen, it got all wonky on me. So, wish me luck here. All right.
Well, Santa Claus might buy you any of that.
Right. This is actually my current favorite one that I've done right now.
You gotta wait all the way till Christmas.
Right. All right. Let me share the screen, and then. There it is. That's my Thundercats Ho one right there. Thundercats Ho.
Thundercats Ho.
So I was on Livestream yesterday on Facebook trying to figure out the coloring and everything on this. So in the background back there, it says Thundercats at the top, and then Ho as like along with a bunch of O's under it. Down there in the bottom left corner, it's supposed to say it's like what's left of the word snarf, just in this little block, because snarf always says snarf, and then the word roar starting up there in the other corner as well. So that's one that will be a new one going up exclusively for the Comic-Con.
You just gave him a little teaser.
I'm going to show a couple of these here and there. I've got a handful. One of them is kind of a complete set, but still needs a little bit of tweaking that I plan on finishing tomorrow. So there is that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I dig it. I've been peeping at your other stuff that you're not gonna show, and it's pretty sweet.
You like it?
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate it. Sammy digs it. Chris digs it. Thank you, Chris. When I first started doing this artwork, and it had kind of the sort of street art vibe to it, I had found Chris Ecto on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And I said, and this was like a while back, like when I was just trying to figure out what my style was supposed to be. I hit up Chris, and he was one of the few people to actually be like positive towards me, and nobody like crapped on my artwork or anything like that, but everybody was just like, I don't know if they saw it as like competition. Like there's not enough room on the internet for people to have, you know, their own little space. You know what I'm saying? So people kind of see these things as competition. But I actually had a conversation with Chris, and I was like, you know, because his positivity alone, you know, I feed strongly off of people's positivity. So if I get a majority of people just crapping on me, then it will, you know. And I'm not even talking about like internet trolls. I'm just talking about, hey, I just want an honest opinion from you, and if you're a complete jerk, then that tends to shoot me down pretty hard. But Chris was nothing but positivity.
Oh,
so
bless you, Chris.
yeah, so that's why when this con came up, I hit him up and I was like, dude, this is happening. Costs nothing, you know, and I'm glad he got on it.
Yay!
So, yeah.
And you made a friend in the process.
It's karma. It's all karma. That's what it is. You know?
Sweet. I love those kinds of stories.
Exactly. All right. So, Ann says.
What, Ann?
Ann says, Tim did a piece for me as a gift for my sister. She loved it. I always forget the character's name. LOL. Oh yeah. Silk. I did a commission for Ann for the character Silk. Now her sister has the only version of that I've done. Like that is the only version that I will ever create, and she has it. But I did take that piece and tweak it and kind of change things around. She has the one of a kind. Yeah. So I did take the artwork and kind of tweak it, and that you can see that on the Etsy store as well. But her sister has that one of a kind commission. So I've been fortunate enough to do a couple of those. James H. Carter, all the way from California. Yay. What's up?
I just watched your
we just watched video. Cages. Yes.
Yeah, I think James and Shannon got married. That's what it looked like to me.
It did look like that. So James is
beautiful.
James is in charge of Creepy Kingdom. You guys need to go to creepykingdom.com. Check out Instagram, Creepy Kingdom, YouTube at Creepy Kingdom. They focus on the creepier and more spooky and
entertainment, like
gothic parts,
books, movies.
Yes, if anything within pop culture, they find the creepy aspect of it, and they do great things with it.
They're all great people.
Yes, all fascinating stuff. Gretchen has written a couple articles for them on their website as well, and so it's good to see you in the chat, James.
You're so excited.
You're so excited.
Hercules. Do you remember that movie? Oh my gosh, I just had I think I blacked out for a second and did an Eddie Murphy impersonation.
Yeah.
What movie was that?
Professor, the Nutty Professor?
The Nutty Professor, yes. Oh, Lord. What has happened?
I don't know.
Blame it on the
what happened to you?
Alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that for a lot of things in your life.
Yeah, well, that might be true. Are any of my family out here before I don't proceed?
James says, Hercules. Gray Man, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming back. Gray Man's over in the UK right now, and so it's got to be like, almost 2 o'clock in the morning? Like 1 o'clock in the morning where you're at, man? I've been checking out your daily vlogs, by the way. I dig it. Sammy Skidoo, Hercules.
Good, I don't feel so lame now.
Everybody gets it. You're not that old, okay? You're not old enough to have these references that nobody gets.
Know, most of the people
James says Shannon says hello to.
Hi, Shannon. Most of the people I'm in like close proximity with are like my shop girls, and they are all like born after I graduated college. So
124.
it's very difficult to have references and then have this little blonde girl look at you and go, I don't know what that means. And I was like, one day I was talking to her and I was saying that like my generation is the last generation that remembers, you know, like lived in both technology world and non-technology world, and we remember having cell phones.
Yeah.
And she's like, I remember not having a cell phone.
And it's like, no, you remember not having a cell phone while they existed. We remember them not being a thing.
Right, and then you didn't get a cell phone because you were 4.
Right.
And now you're 16 and you got your first one at 7.
Yes.
So I remember life before 7 years
old. Oh, the
old.
drama of dealing with teenage girls at your shop.
Oh, I'm glad I only have to deal with them for like during busy season, because usually it's just me. But
I thought I was past the high. I thought I was past the high school drama.
Girls.
I thought I was past it until she comes to me and she's like, I want a boy's point of view. And I was like, I'm glad you can, you know, look at a 40-year-old man and still call me a boy. I guess I'm okay with that, you know. But I would like a boy's point of view because
she's precious.
My boyfriend has a best friend and she's a girl, and he tried to kiss her.
But he didn't.
But he didn't.
So that's okay, right?
And I'm like, so.
I can't talk to you about this.
I'm not going into it, but yeah, that was.
I think you were in the. I heard you because you were in the other room, and I think you were like, I don't think this is a conversation I should be having with you.
Yeah.
Then you went into my office and closed the
door. Yeah. I'm like, I can't continue with this. Bye bye.
And I was like, teenage girls make him uncomfortable. Don't worry about it, honey.
So for the gray man, when he posted it, it should be like 1:26, 1:27 in the morning there over in the UK. Thanks for watching with us.
Some people stay up late.
Sandy says, I'm the manager at a swim school. All my instructors are high school / college.
Yes.
I live and breathe friends quotes. You know, teach your friends.
Yes. I don't know why that's all of a sudden a thing again.
And they look at me like I'm crazy. They're just too young.
I do a lot of Friends cakes, actually. I mean, Friends cakes was a big deal for like the last several months.
So James says, I wanna publicly thank G for convincing me to get DC Universe. I adore the Harley Quinn show.
I knew you'd love it.
So here's the thing. If the Harley Quinn cartoon, for those of you who don't have it, is not for children at all.
Brilliantly.
But if you're an adult and you love like
Harley Quinn, New 52 Harley Quinn.
If you like new 52 Harley Quinns and you can find humor in like Kevin Smith movies, you know, yeah, it's a spin. Like they have very adult conversations, and unless you want your kid to answer very explicit sexual questions, the cartoon is not for them. So don't let them watch that.
But everybody else needs to watch
it. Chris Ecto, 90s kids represent, better recognize.
Yeah.
Right? Seriously, though. Gray Man says, I remember life before video players, LOL. Now they're old hat. You mean like VCRs? You like
I remember when VCRs came out.
You know, we actually had a beta player back in the day. Oh no, he did not. I think I missed it. Oh no, he didn't. I'm extremely lucky. Oh, the boyfriend. Yeah, the boyfriend trying to kiss the friend. Yeah.
Keep up.
I'm sorry, it's going.
Good. Hi.
Sandy says, I'm extremely lucky that all my high schoolers aren't catty and gossipy.
Oh my gosh, teenagers are the worst. But it's like, it's a breath of fresh air because I don't work with them frequently, like only in the summer and like spring break and stuff. But it's like, I missed you. Spill the tea, little one. Tell me your tales of first world problems.
She says, I don't know where these high schoolers come from, but I can stand on my soapbox all day and talk about how great. But I can stand on my soapbox all day and talk about how great they are.
Yeah, there's some pretty decent children around right now.
Chris Ecto says, tried explaining to my daughter how you had to rewind cassette tapes. She doesn't get it. I know. Have you seen online where they like present a dial tone phone, like the what are they, the rotors, the
rotary phones?
Words
are hard for you.
When they introduced the No, this is actually my first one.
Oh, well,
The rotary phone to children, and they can't figure out how to do it.
Yeah, they're like, call.
So our niece Aubrey is in the chat. Says hi, Aunt Grinch.
Aww. Okay, backstory. We have many nieces and nephews, but my niece Aubrey is a newer niece, and she was coming to meet her Aunt Gretchen for the first time, and she's like 5 when she came to the house, right? She's tiny, 5 or 6, something like that, and so her mom said, "You're gonna go meet your Uncle Tim and your Aunt Gretchen," and she said, "Grinch?"
Yeah.
And I said, "For the love of God, please just call me that. That's perfect.
Call me
Auntie Grinch.
Auntie Grinch all you want. I love it."
So now I'm Auntie Grinch, and I'm down with it.
James says, I love watching classic Batman villains being so vulgar and violent. Indeed, they are.
And Bane is so great.
We make the joke about Bane talking explosions. James also says, I just ordered a converter to hook up my VCR to my HDMI TV.
What? That's a thing?
I can only imagine how crappy the cassettes are looking at on a high def television. You know what I'm saying?
I think my dad says some of the charm though.
Sammy says, I can tell if they come in from school stressed, and I bring them in my office and say, quote, spill the tea time. No joke. And they tell me their problems and then go teach little kids how to swim. People need that. People need the decompression.
You have to
be able to decompress, especially right now. I mean, teenage angst is such a powder keg anyway.
Because they still don't know how to handle their feelings.
Yeah, they're still processing everything. You know, whether it's male or female, the maturity level just still isn't there. So everybody.
So that's good on you to give
real.
them an outlet for that.
Exactly. Let's see here. Gray Man says my nephew is cheeky. Used to call me Auntie. Your nephew used to call you Auntie Grape. Gray Man.
That's amazing.
And then Rainey says my favorite Aubrey. My favorite superhero is Wonder Woman.
Aww. Yeah, she's pretty cool. I like
Auntie Grinch has a Wonder Woman tattoo right here on her wrist.
I have permanent proof of my temporary insanity.
Yes. Okay. Whew. Love the conversation tonight, guys. Seriously. We're only, I don't know how much we're into it. Only half an hour into it. Sammy says, I have 6 seniors who didn't get to finish their senior year. I feel so bad for those kids. Seriously. So we're going to surprise them with t-shirts and balloons at their house. Just give them a little love. Yeah, 100%. You know, everybody is valid in their feelings about what they are not able to do this year. You know, you see I've seen these kids get harassed online for like complaining about how they don't get to walk across the stage and have the graduation. And then you have these boomers coming in like, well, people are dying, you know, making them feel bad.
That doesn't
help anybody. Their feelings are still valid. They're still losing something out of their life that they're not going to be getting back. And granted, maybe it doesn't seem as important to other people, but it's important to them. It is part of their life at the moment.
So I think show some compassion.
Yes.
Show some compassion.
Yes. Okay. The kid's not dying. Great. The kid's not dying, but still.
But that's still a rite of passage that they're not going to get to have.
Exactly.
It's still
the kids going from 8th grade into high school, like the last part of the school year is when they're teaching these kids the new mentality of, hey, this is what high school life is going to be like. So they're going to go to school next year as 9th graders in a completely different territory with a completely different mindset on how cliques work, how classes work on a schedule and stuff like that. And, you know, they're not going to be ready for that. So there's progressions all the way through the school system that are just being lost.
Yeah, just basically show some compassion. Just because it doesn't seem like a big problem to you doesn't mean it's not to somebody else. This is definitely affecting everybody differently.
Sammy says, I used to get called Aunt Hammy or Auntie Spamantha.
Oh, that's cute. So, One of my other nieces, Ariana, she was real little and she could say Gretchen without any issues whatsoever. But when we would say Uncle Tim, she would say bit. And then we're like, okay, let's try this. I'll say Uncle Timmy. And she'd go, Bitty.
And I was like, I am not going to be Uncle Bitty. That's not going to be a thing.
So they call him Uncle Bubba because it's like, let's get it something a little
Well,
easier.
that's kind of a traditional thing as well, because when my sister's 10 years younger than me. So when I was like, 11 and 12, she would see me coming home from school, and she could see me throughout the glass front door coming home, and she couldn't say brother, so she could say Bubba.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a traditional thing that my sister called me Bubba, and now her kids call me Bubba as well.
It's sweet. They're good kids.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot about this series.
Have you even done it?
I have. More Masters of the Universe, except it's Injustice versus Masters of the Universe.
Oh.
This was a good series. The artist who does these.
Superman versus He-Man?
Yeah.
Who would win a fight between Superman
So
and He-Man?
here's a little thing that I don't think you're aware of.
You just did the Jeff Goldblum to me.
Here's a little thing I don't think you're aware of, is that He-Man's first appearance in DC Comics was against Superman.
Really?
He-Man's first appearance in American Comics was against Superman.
Really?
Yeah, his first appearance in Marvel Comics is over there on the wall. But his first appearance in DC Comics was facing against Superman, because I don't think a lot of people are aware or realize that He-Man's mom is actually an astronaut from Earth.
Huh.
Yeah. So there you go. And
you just did me a learning.
So the first series of those mini comics, part of the toy series, were actually first published by DC Comics, and then they moved to Mattel.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro.
Also, this is written by Tim Seeley, who I appreciate, who in the last stream I was talking about a book called Hack Slash.
Mm-hmm.
And if my name is actually next to Tim Seeley's on Mainframe Comic-Con, which I'm stoked about because I'm a big fan of his writing.
Mainframe Comic-Cons, it's a revolutionary thing. I mean, nobody really knows what
everybody
to
on
expect.
it's like everybody I've seen in the YouTube comic community and online knows about it, but it's not something that's being advertised really anywhere. So it's kind of like people in the know.
It's like a speakeasy Comic-Con.
Right. Daryl joined in. What's going on, Daryl?
Hey, Daryl.
Are you and Skylar building wands tonight?
I was told that they are very appreciative that I post on Instagram every day what day it is.
Oh yeah, so if you guys don't follow Gretchen on Instagram, it's at G Von Cupcake. I'll put it here in the chat. At G Von Cupcake. Go follow her. She does just a little wake up, hello everybody in the morning sort of thing when she gets to work, and usually rants about something throughout the day.
Yeah, there's really I need to find a direction to go in, but I don't really know. Because my Instagram is really just a very clear picture of Gretchen. It's a little bit of everything.
This morning you had a little bit of mood.
I was pissed this morning. All hell broke loose. Like, all of my electronics forgot how to work.
Yeah. You hit me up.
This is some
Yeah,
BS.
you hit me up. You're like, is it
Only I spoke French.
Right. Well, all of your
also
stuff,
my Instagram, I speak a lot of French.
Everything in her bakery is run off the same Wi-Fi. So the security cameras and the cash register and all that sort of stuff. And maybe that's not things I should be putting on the internet, but
well, no, that's actually not true.
No,
there's a separate router for all of the
security cameras. Okay.
And there's a separate router for the the POS system and stuff like that. It has its own secure router.
I see.
But she also has Wi-Fi for me. She just gets it for me because she's a great boss. But I need to restart the router.
Yeah.
And I don't really know how to do it. So right. I'm like, just deal with it. Thank God we have unlimited data.
Sammy says, I'm the little sister and I have 3 older brothers. I used to call one of them that I shared a room with my roomie guy. Grayman. DC Comics. Yes, DC Comics presents. That was the first appearance of He-Man in comics. That's right. Skylar's here. Says heyo.
Hello. I have fallen down the TikTok hole, and I think I dragged poor Skylar.
Every 10 minutes, I'm getting texts about TikTok.
I have never laughed so hard in my life.
Grayman says, as a kid, I called my big brother Grant, Datey Head. I have no idea why, but I still call him that now and again. Yeah, I know how that is. For 20 years, I called my sister Scrub.
Yeah, and she got all protective about it. She's like, nobody
calls me Scrub except for my brothers. So that was that.
You know what my nickname was?
Retcher.
Dang!
It was Retcher. Because nobody said Gretchen.
No, it was a terrible story, but
about Gretchen?
No.
Yes.
Should I tell the story? Like, is it terrible? I'm not gonna tell the story. No,
I think Maura's been going down the TikTok rabbit hole.
Holy moly, it's ridiculous. My favorite thing right now are these teenage kids telling their parents dirty jokes.
Oh yeah.
Freaking hilarious.
Chris Echo says hours go by and you don't even know.
Yes. I was like, and that one, and where they like speak for the dog, and the dog's oh my god,
what about bacon?
Fucking people don't leave at my fucking house.
There is a TNG TikTok, but I posted. It's like I don't.
We don't understand it. Let us learn. And
let us learn. There's a couple posts I put on there from when we were at Batu at Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios, but.
I feel a little behind the curve with TikTok. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't quite understand.
Surprised there's no TNG TikTok. Well, it's out there, and once we figure out what needs to be done.
Do you guys really want to see us do TikTok videos? Like, is that something that nobody wants to see? That would be the worst thing ever. Although I can not dance, and neither can Tim, so that might be amazing.
If people acted like dogs, is that a TikTok thing?
No. So it's
no. But
I'm explaining to you.
No. Chris says if people acted like dogs, those are hilarious. I think it's a thing on TikTok.
I understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Yes.
What I'm saying is the ones that I'm referring to.
I know, are people mouthing the dogs. I got you. We got it. Adrian, Adrian, I know it's you. What's going on, buddy? It's been too long. Your voice. Is my voice that much different? I don't know. I don't know the last time you heard me. Maura says we need to do a lip sync on TikTok.
Okay. I don't know how to do any of it. Like, I was looking at the film or video or whatever, and it just looked like an Insta story, so I think I don't understand what's going on.
Sammy says, I finally learned a TikTok dance. It was horrible, but hey, I did it. You know, I'm one step above where I'm at with it. Gretchen, James says, Gretchen make TikTok videos for Creepy Kingdom.
Oh, did I just be put on assignment?
I think you just got volunteered for that. Does Creepy Kingdom have a TikTok? Are we not seeing this?
He's probably like, it does now.
It exists now.
I'm probably gonna get a text with the damn password.
Right? Yeah.
Here you go, Gretch.
Adrian says, I love your collection. What are your thoughts on the future of Star Wars? So apparently there's a Mandalorian season 2 trailer out there I haven't seen yet.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's on YouTube.
You're home all day and you missed that?
Well, I've been focusing on other things.
There should be a Google alert on all Star Wars.
Hold on. What do I think about the future of Star Wars? About them? What do you think? They're supposed to be doing the High Republic era, back when Jedi's were like the super big, superpower in the universe at the time, before the Sith reappeared, basically.
I think that, Star Wars had an ebb and flow, so it might be, just kind of, it might be a little low key in smaller things, maybe not so many huge cinematic things, but then it'll come back in a little bit with more. It just kind of, it comes in waves. So I think Star Wars is going to be around forever. I don't think it's going to ever go.
Okay, so
we just don't have any more Skywalker stories.
Can't tell if these are real. This says the Mandalorian season 2 teaser trailer, legit concept, or
it says concept.
Oh, official trailer 2. The Mandalorian official trailer too. It's from the official Star Wars. The Mandalorian official trailer too, not season 2. So I don't know if the ones that are out there are legit or not.
I guess they're already planning season 3.
James says they have a TikTok, but nothing is on it yet. Yeah, so season 3 of Mandalorian is already in the early phases of figuring out the pre-production stuff, not actual filming production or anything like that, but very much pre-production. So it's good to know that, at least we have another season after this to look forward to. But the season 2 doesn't come out till I think August or October or something like that. October.
Yeah.
So, and it's going to be here before you know it anyway, right?
It'll be here soon. Like, Baby Yoda is just. I'm waiting. I need more Baby Yoda. I miss Baby Yoda. I think we need to rewatch it because I have like.
You need all the Baby Yoda stuff.
I need some Baby Yoda.
You know what? I'm surprised you haven't watched any of the Mandalorian season 2 yet, because it just brings pure happiness to your life. And now it's not so much of a cliffhanger. Like, throughout the whole season. If you haven't watched Mandalorian, then
are we even friends?
Yeah, spoilers. But Baby Yoda survives despite the fact of what point you might be in the season.
He's working his way to me.
He lives his way through the season, so he'll be okay. Don't worry.
He's working his way to me.
He's working his way to you.
Yeah, that's the end of Star Wars. It comes into present day in Florida, and he lands in the backyard of a suburb. and comes over to my house, and I make him chicky nuggies, and we have a good day.
Yeah, I want them to keep up with Baby Yoda and Mando as well. Like that. I mean, the concept itself is tried and true. We've seen a similar aspect with key antagonists on a show, not antagonists, protagonists on a show.
I think there's a lot you could do with the Mandalorian religion as a whole.
Yeah.
There's a lot you could do.
Yeah. And if you've been keeping up with the recent...
and you could go to see what other characters are doing. Here's offshoots.
If you've been keeping up on what's going on in the recent Clone Wars cartoon, then that's been kind of feeding in to, I guess, Ahsoka possibly appearing or going to appear in Mandalorian Season 2 as well. Dave Filoni is a producer on both of those, so I think he's, instrumental in, tying all of this stuff together now.
Yeah.
So... I'm bummed that they stopped with the Obi-Wan TV show. One that I'm really hoping that they do, because the character is super underrated, is Dr. Aphra. Such an underrated character, and we need a scoundrel, not a bounty hunter sort of scoundrel, but like a thief scoundrel, represented in the Star Wars universe in a live-action scenario.
Yeah. We don't have that much more. We don't have any more like Han or anything like that. So.
Right.
You need that personality trait somewhere to kind of keep the magic going.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see.
For their chemistry and such.
So during the last stream, let's see here. I got to take off to work, but you're right. The doc is legit. Yeah. Yes, I want a series dedicated to the downfall and rise of the Mandalorian homeworld. Yeah, we have no idea what happened during that era. I fully agree. But he's headed to work because I think he's over in Japan right now. Adrian.
Oh, okay.
AJ's little brother.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So last time I was doing a stream, I was talking about how I was enjoying the fact that DC Comics was doing more with the Looney Tunes characters, kind of trying to incorporate them in the whole superhero universe.
Right.
They took a couple of the characters and humanized them as characters within the superhero universe. Like Porky Pig just looks like a portly guy. He's a bartender.
Yeah,
got kind of a piggish face, and Bugs Bunny looks like a snitch. He's got these buck teeth, and he's really slender, and just kind of a rat in general. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But they also did these comics where they took characters, well-known characters, and then teamed them with the cartoon animated versions of the characters. And so this one is Joker and Daffy Duck. That's an oddball combination.
Let me see. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
And I think it's a take back to the wacky Daffy Duck back in the day, like the Daffy Duck that you saw in the Roger Rabbit cartoon. You know?
Like criminally insane.
Yeah, like a
little
really
bit.
demented one. I think that's the one that they utilize in this one here to go along with the Joker, which I mean would make sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We need. Let's see here. Mora says we need Space Jam 2. Weren't they working on that? Isn't that a thing with Kobe Bryant? I think.
Well, not anymore.
I mean, not Kobe Bryant. LeBron James. Wasn't it LeBron James? I think was supposed to.
I've only seen Space Jam once in the theaters when it came out. I've never like watched it again.
That's got to be a thing.
Space Jam's a big popularity thing. I'm not quite up on it. Sorry.
Space Jam. I think the original is either on Amazon or Netflix, one of the two. I saw it in the theater when I was a kid.
Me too. Uncle Dean took me.
Space Jam 2. Here we go. 2021. We're on. Let's take a look here. It's got Don Cheadle. Oh man, I don't know her name, but we've seen her in other things. Don Cheadle, LeBron James. There we go.
Okay.
Let's see here. We've seen this lead lady in something before. Oh, she's the captain of the new, not the captain, but she's on Star Trek Discovery. Mikhail Burnham. I've only seen the first half of that season, but she's the new leading black lady on Star Trek Discovery. I don't know if she's like, what commander or whatever she is on there now, but anyway, she's one of the leads in the new Space Jam. If you've seen Star Trek Discovery, I could just share my screen and make it that much easier. But,
you've got PTSD now. You're afraid.
I know. Last time I shared not besides tonight, it crashed on me. They did Hanna-Barbera. Had they done Looney Tunes too? Cool. I think I might have seen them before actually thinking about it. Yeah. So they actually took the Hanna-Barbera ones with the whole Future Quest thing, which was really great and kind of updated the characters and stuff like that. But yeah, they started incorporating all of the like Looney Tunes characters as well.
Okay.
I think that I saw something about Space Jam 2. Yeah. Space Jam 2 is almost upon us, June says. So yeah, it says 2021. Mora says, maybe, quote, here's your chance to do your dance at Space Jam 2.
She quotes things sometimes and I feel so like, I have to kind of like process it because she's so much far ahead than I am.
Right.
Like I'm just like, oh Lord, please don't let me look stupid in front of Mora.
Right. Great man, last time you were in the chat, we were telling my buddy Slim about or like Western comics that he likes or that he would like. And so this also goes along with my filing concept of just making sense to me is that, these old Jonah Hex ones were actually weird Western tales, but I filed them under Jonah Hex because it's the bigger text.
It's the bigger one.
Yeah, so you look at it and you go, yeah, okay, that's what that is. It's a Jonah Hex comic.
I see.
Right?
I gotta go clean my pencil sharpener
Okay.
because it's sprinkling everywhere. I don't like it.
Gretchen got a bunch of new art supplies. She's going to be doing more with her Etsy here pretty soon, creating those skulls that everybody keeps asking about. Okay, Jonah Hex goes after Gem. Mora, you remember Gem? They actually had a really good Gem series come out a couple years ago. Very updated, very modern. Let's see here. Jonah Hex. Yeah, okay, so here's another example of that. This book is called All-Star Western, but it's filed under Jonah Hex because you got to keep all the Jonah Hex comics together. OBS.
Obviously. Well, obviously, Gretchen.
Obviously. And Jonah Hex is the last. All
So
right.
yeah, if a lot of Amazon boxes show up, just stack them in my room.
Just don't ask questions and just stack them up.
Precisely. I have ordered a lot of rhinestones.
The trouble is there are other weird westerns with different characters starring.
But he won't buy those, so it's fine.
I don't know. It doesn't. I'm not sure who was in this one. I grabbed it up because it was in really good condition. 1976. Yeah.
That's older than me.
But yeah, so if there were other weird Western tales, then whatever the key character's name in big letters is on that one is probably filed under that name separately. All right, so we have finished. Actually, I can take a couple here. All right. We can call this box done. Because next is JU with Junior Woodchuck #1, babe.
What?
The Huey, Dewey, and Louie Junior Woodchucks #1. I don't know. It was a buck. Like, how could I not pass it up?
That's
right?
amazing.
Yeah.
I forgot all about the Junior Woodchucks.
The Junior Woodchucks. I don't know if they're a thing in the new DuckTales.
I don't think they are.
I don't think so. I haven't seen it mentioned really. All right. Wait, this is not the lid. Is that the lid? That might be the lid. That's not the lid either.
One of these things is not like the other. What is going on over there?
What did I... Is there another lid somewhere I'm not seeing here?
Is it a short lid? Is that a short box?
Well, like, see, this fits this, right?
Yeah.
So there's got to be a shorter lid, but I could not have put it on a longer box.
Or you did and you didn't realize it didn't fit. Just wiggle on the lid.
Well, no. So if it's this big, it's not. It's gonna be like this on this box.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
I don't know.
WTF, dude?
I don't know, babe.
Well, all I know is I got 2 open boxes and I got 2 lids, so they're gonna.
Are you sure these don't fit?
What? How did I? Whatever. I'm not gonna question it. It is what it is. It's back on the shelf. That's all that matters.
I don't know what happened.
That's odd. I don't know how I could. Like, all of these boxes have lids, so it's not like one is out of place.
Witchcraft, I say.
I have no idea. So I got these cards. I know nothing about the new X-Men stuff going on right now. So I got these cards on Free Comic Book Day. They got like a code in the back. I've not opened them because sometimes this free comic book stuff ends up being rare. So I'm going to open these now and see what this whole thing is about. Ugh.
Oh, you're opening something?
I'm opening something. Okay. So I think it's like cover issues, like the first cover of the new Excalibur. Fallen Angels. I fell off the X-Men titles so long ago. This is X-Men #1. Like, I fell off the X-Men so long ago, even following some of my favorite characters like Cable. Like, I don't understand what his character is now because I didn't read the Powers of 10 or House of X or whatever it is.
Okay.
So, but I don't. Oh, I see. So on the back, there's like these hieroglyphics back here. And then this card is the explanation because mutants have to have their own language.
Sure, why not?
All right. Well, that was uneventful.
Cool.
Cool.
Somebody likes those. Somebody collects those.
So last time our friends Todd and Swan were in town, this is technically the spare bedroom. Like that.
This is actually their room.
That futon is the comfiest futon in the planet. And so Todd and Swan were staying here, and after they left, it was actually a couple months after they left, babe, because I hadn't touched the comic boxes in a while.
Did they leave a note?
Swan left a note. Says, I touched literally all of your shit. You're welcome. I don't know. I don't think you can see it. The light might be too bright, but that's Swan for you. Oh, and then she drew a little swan down here, so I knew it was her. Because I would be concerned if it was a random note of really some random stranger. It's like, I literally touched all your stuff. That would be
You
concerning.
would be so freaked out.
I would be a little bit upset.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Swan leaves me notes all the time. Like, I still come across notes, like, written on a random moving box that'll say, like, Swan and Gretchen rule, Tim sucks. I like say crap like that.
Whoa! This table's gonna break one of these days. It's gonna give way. These legs are gonna. Are they already crooked?
I don't know. That table.
The table is older than you.
That table is it's not older than me, but it's.
Hey, don't say that.
I think my mom bought that table like in the 80s.
Okay.
It's come around. It's followed me around for a long time though. It used to be our dining room table.
So another. Let's see here. Let's take a look. So this is another one of those similar art prints. Like, let me show you. James says, I'm gonna touch all your stuff when I crash at your place.
We expect you
I just expect that happens.
But we also wouldn't let anybody in our house that we would like not trust.
Right.
so you can touch all the Roger Rabbit shit you want.
So this is the one that I showed you guys before. The one of the prints that I have ready for Mainframe Comic-Con now. This is another one. Like I said, they're all kind of the same set of logos. This is the other one that I have, the Transformers one. Now, in the background, I'm going to point to the screen. In the background, right here, back here, it says Spark of Revolution. And I really tried to get it to fit, but sometimes, there's so much going on with that neon there that you can't really tell. And so down here, it says War, because of the war of Cybertron. And then up here, it's cut off, but it says Cybertron. So Spark of Revolution is what this one's called, with the graffiti style dripping in the background on a metal wall of some sort, some future tech wall. So there's that. And these will all be up on Saturday morning when Mainframe Comic-Con starts.
Yay!
Oh, actually, let's take a look here.
I got my credit card ready.
Right.
I'm gonna buy so much stuff.
So let's share this.
You're like, where did you get my birthday presents this year, Gretchen?
Yeah.
Mainframe Comic.
Mainframe Comic-Con. All right. So here's the Mainframe Comic-Con website, mainframecomiccon.com. Now, if you're interested, I'll show you where to find mine. Now, they have stuff live streaming all day long. Like, they have a schedule. Let's go to the schedule here. And you'll see like half an hour increments throughout the website. There's Greg Clark from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then...
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah. And then Nosferatu, written by Joe Hill. Written by Joe Hill. Actually, check this out. Where's it at?
Come on, show your stuff.
This is a book I got rated called Wraith. I know you can't really see it in the small window over here, but the license plate right there. See, what does that look like? That's where they got it from. That's where they got the name of the show. Right there, the license plate on the car, Nosferatu. So, and it's based around this book called Wraith. And it's based off of a town, actually, in Joe Hill's kind of little separate universe called Christmas Town.
The Joe Hilliverse?
The Joe Hilliverse, yeah.
I just coined that term. I just made it up.
So join Joe Hill for a conversation about that. Then you've got the one girl from Game of Thrones.
Which one?
She was Dionysus' like right hand girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't think of her name. They have such odd names.
Yeah.
They're not odd. They're just
right. A couple kids in the hall are going to be there.
unusual.
A couple clerks casts are going to be there. Then you'll have interviews with artists, Seth Green, cosplayers, some other makeup artists. Like they have a full thing going on throughout both days.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then so now if you click here, see where it's highlighted red right here, Artist Alley. Now, fortunately, I keep saying I am a slave to the alphabet, and my last name starts with a V. Or actually, my first name starts with T. It's not even the V in my last name, it's the T in my first name.
They went alphabetically by your first name.
Yeah. So, like, you got...
That's fair, because some people have, like, stage names, or they just go by their shop name, or whatever.
So you have some really cool artists. Here's our buddy Chris Ecto right here. Definitely go check his stuff out.
You really thought about pointing to your phone.
I always pointed to my phone.
That's amazing.
But yeah, they have some really cool artists here. But unfortunately, you got to like scroll down and hit show more a couple times before you actually get to my page right here. And look, you can't mistake that freaking mustache, can you? So if you just click on that, it'll take you to my Etsy store, TV Artworks US, and I just now put up some commissions that I have opened up since I have free time on my hands, if you will.
Too much time.
But I think overall I have like almost 70 listings on here, and I'll have more. I've only shown you guys 2 additional ones, but I'll have more on here as well when the con starts. But this isn't me advertising myself. I'm just saying if you like my stuff, then yeah, I appreciate it in any regard. But definitely check out the independent artists, because a lot of these people are.
There's some really good artists.
A lot of these guys need to survive. The celebrities that are involved here, their stuff's going to charity, right? The artists and the cosplayers and everybody on here are the ones who are trying to survive in today's problematic situation, today's problematic society. So please check out the Artist Alley. Go through, check them all out, because you don't know what might strike you as interesting, what you might just think you need to have. But yeah, so
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm hyped for it. So even if I don't sell a print, it's just I'm excited to be part of something and just have people look at my name out there.
Yeah.
All right.
Your Darkwing Duck is like your most popular.
So that's the thing. I had already taken my store down, but that's the thing is that people comment. They're like, I'm eyeballing that Darkwing Duck, or I'm eyeballing that Batman. It's like the ones
that the Darkwing Duck's awesome, and I might be biased because it's purple, but it's really
awesome. Chris Ecto, love it. Yeah, man, thanks. Obviously I love your stuff too. Gray Man says, I'm popping off, you guys. Have fun with the stream. Yeah, it's like it's like 2 o'clock in the morning there, dude. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
We're just old. We like sleep.
Yeah.
Why does nobody like sleep?
Sammy says, fingers crossed for you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a bit nervous about it because, like I said, I'm all the way at the bottom. It's hard to say if anybody will actually make it down there to look at my stuff.
Oh, they will.
We'll see. But thank you, Sammy. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So once again, I have to take out the back end of this box to fit in the stuff that I took out from the previous box still.
Okay.
It's a shuffling process because I'm still in the J's, but I have J's on the floor out here. I had to take out of the back end there.
Ooh, I'm out of drink.
You better go get more drink.
I need more drink.
Come this way.
I'll go this way.
Come this way.
This is how I dance too, guys. It's really terrible.
Oh man, James, are you still in the chat? If you are, let me know. Perfect time to dress up. A lot of people in masks will make it out there. A lot of people in masks will make it out there. You are right, Sammy. Perfect time to dress up. I like dressing up on the regular, regardless. Like, I don't know if you've seen some of our YouTube videos where I'll just.
You don't need an excuse.
I don't think people need an excuse to look nice. If it makes you feel good about yourself, dress up, look nice. You know, granted, I don't have makeup to put on and stuff like that, but I still got to get up and fix this atrocity on my face every day. You know, I still got to do that and fix my hair and stuff. But if it makes you look nice, or if it makes you feel good, then you should do it. All right, James. I don't know that I ever showed you this stuff before. Let me see if I can do this on this stilt. But that is all my Roger Rabbit stuff down there. I'm showing James all my Roger Rabbit stuff, all my original toys down there in the bottom. Then we got this guy. Have you ever seen this guy, James? This is a hand puppet that you put your fingers in the back and make his mouth move. And then check out these Britos, these Romero Britos from Disney that Gretchen got me. These things are incredible. I love his artwork, and so I had to have this one and Benny the Cab. Some movie stills. Here's Benny right here. But yeah, I've got the original Bendy toys and then the original just regular toys. Then this guy here was in a hole. He's on suction cups. So you put both sides of the suction cups on the other side of the glass, and it looks like he's in one of those black holes that you could reach through in the movie. And then I've got a lot of the little PVC characters, some little snow globes, stuff like that. So I just wanted to, at another point in time, I should show you more in depth the Roger Rabbitiness of my stuff, because I think you would dig it. All right, let's see here. Probably didn't help that I left the stuff here. Let's see here. 2 slabs on the wall. What are the 2 slabs on the wall? Back here we're talking? Okay, so this one is Marvel Age 38. It is the first appearance of He-Man in Marvel Comics. And then over here we have He-Man Thundercats #1. It was the adult coloring book cover that I colored myself. And so I got it graded, and that one's over there on the wall as well. I will show you something here real quick. So Gretchen and I I just pulled out one, but Gretchen and I actually have our own CGC signature series comics with those adult coloring book covers. So this one is mine right here. I did the coloring on this cover with chameleon markers, the markers that you can like adjust how much tone you put down.
And the chameleons are amazing.
They're amazing. And so it says signed and colored, and it's got my name right there, my signature right there. And so we have 2 of these. I have 2 9.8s. I have this one and a Batman one, and Gretchen has a Wonder Woman and a Starfire one.
Yeah. And
so they all came out at super high grades.
Starfire wears purple. What other ones would I have chosen?
Of course. And then over here is a 6th Gun #1 at a 9.8, written by my favorite writer, one of my favorite writers, Cullen Bunn. I have number 50, the last issue, that I want to put up here, but I just haven't done that yet. So, good, that worked out well.
Showing off the toys.
Well, they asked.
Yeah.
Sammy says, I've never been to a Comic-Con, but I'm dying to go to that one. Comic-Cons are so much fun, but you have to be able to deal with crowds, especially modern Comic-Cons. Like, they became the new hotness. Thanks.
However, that may never look like that again.
Yeah, it might not. I don't know.
Who knows what Comic-Con's going to look like. I mean, they might be given strict numbers. They're allowed to let people in, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
James says that hand puppet is disturbing. Yeah, I don't know if it's the discolored bag or what, but.
Oh yeah.
You put your fingers in right
yes.
there. He's a little. So the fingers would move his mouth right here, but I don't want to mess with it too much because it's obviously it's old. It's made by Applause.
It's a finger puppet.
They haven't been a toy company in literally 25 years, so yeah. Okay.
That looks like it's all kinds of Satan.
Yeah, hand puppet is disturbing. Sammy says, I want this Brito that is the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. I'm really digging Brito things lately. Brito,
yes,
the color and the color and the vibrance he has.
I love Dumbo.
Ooh, let me go get the Darkwing Duck.
Oh yeah, we did. We just bought the Darkwing Duck one a few months ago, and I found it actually like on Zoolily, and it's authentic Brito, and couldn't pass it up.
You guys, check out this sick Darkwing Duck. Like his head is all glittery around the brim. Yeah, it's all Britoed up. Like, I love this. Just a genius art style. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He likes that a lot. It was pretty cool. We were excited about it. Zoolily is the devil. They are taking a lot of my money lately. Too much of my money is going to Zoolily right now. Lord.
Where were we at? The suction cup thing. Yeah, I like those suction cup ones where they're supposed to be on the hole. That one that I showed you is the only one that I have in the original package. The other ones are kind of still loose, but I have both sides of them. Chris Echo says, I just bought my first CGC recently. Spawn number 1. Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. I think I saw you post that, didn't I? Didn't you post it on Instagram? I think I might have seen you did that. Sammy says, I can deal with crowds, but I don't have friends that would ever go to one. And I'm not a person that likes to go by myself to anything. I'll call my nephew and bribe him to go to the grocery store shopping with me.
Well, bless your heart.
Yeah,
you
know,
just
right?
come to Florida, we'll go with you.
Right.
But we're kind of intense. You need to probably start training.
Yeah, so we definitely have marathon dealings when it comes to going to
I can get through a crowd.
We can go all day long. Like we survive at Disney for 13 hours a day. We can deal with a con, that's only open 9-10 hours a day. We can do it. If ever you want to, if ever you're in the area and
you want to get all of Disney in one day,
yeah,
we can do it.
Yeah, you need experienced people to help you get through it.
I will get through
a crowd. Come talk to us. She goes, it's a
shark.
Dumbo Brito. Oh, were you talking about Dumbo?
The Dumbo Brito is beautiful.
It is gorgeous looking, yeah.
Yes, I love it.
She goes, yes, I'm planning to go to Orlando in September to visit my brother. Actually, September in Orlando is a fantastic time to come down.
Yeah, because once the kids go back to school,
yeah,
but before the holidays start,
right?
That's
so
a really good time.
The kids go to school in August and they're busy in school then, which still stretches into September. They don't get any breaks at that time. Plus, September starts cooling down. August is abysmal to go to at the parks, but September it starts kind of coming down a little bit. So
yeah, it's still gonna be high.
It's still gonna be high. Yeah, I mean it's Florida.
When we say cooling down, it might be 85 that day.
Right, as opposed to right. Exactly right.
We're 85 degrees. We're oh, it's nice outside.
She says I've never been to Animal Kingdom, even when I lived down there.
Today's Animal Kingdom's birthday.
There's so many things I haven't seen at the parks.
Animal Kingdom.
The Animal Kingdom. That's right. They opened up on Earth Day of all appropriate days. So that's right. I forgot
Animal
about that.
Kingdom, I think, is one of the most aesthetically pleasing Disney parks.
You think so?
It is gorgeous. Like, the park is absolutely gorgeous to me. It's got this mix of this, like, rustic folk art with, like, so much culture, and then, like, kind of overgrown by jungle. I think it's absolutely stunning.
She says she's used to the heat. She lived here till she was 17.
Oh, right on.
So, yeah.
Some people think it's really, really hot, and I think, once you've been down here for a few years, it doesn't really bother you. I mean, our house is right now like 77 degrees, and I'm wearing a hoodie, and I'm a little chilly because I wore shorts instead of fleece pants. So,
Right.
I'm always cold anyway, so maybe it's just that I don't seem to be affected by it as badly as I did when I was 120 pounds heavier and not used to being down.
I answered my own question. I'm over here in the Kick-Ass comics, and here's Hit Girl. There it is.
How much do you love Chloe Grace Moritz's Hit Girl?
Oh, yeah. She nails it.
I love that
She
girl.
nails it.
She is adorable.
Hold on a second. She says, can we please go to Epcot and drink in every country?
Hell yeah.
I was never old enough to have a drink at Disney. Yes, bring yourself $200 for drinks alone in 11 countries.
Yeah.
That's seriously what you're going to need.
You're looking at about between $10 and $15 a drink.
Per drink, per country.
And there's 11 countries.
Yeah.
But yes, we can totally do that.
She goes, no, I remember the heat. I'll be good and I'll be prepared. It'll be nice to get away from the cold, LOL. But I'd take the cold over the heat any day. See, so we're from St. Louis. We're from St. Louis, and we purposely moved south to get away from the Midwest winters because you would have ice, then snow, then ice on top of that, and then it would take forever to melt. And when it did melt, it would refreeze and just.
Oh yeah.
Gretchen just like bent her ankle at like a 90 degrees angle one day, and
I probably broke my ankle.
She
but
couldn't
we
walk
were really poor and we had no health insurance.
Yeah, we're unemployed. She couldn't walk for weeks, like literally weeks.
It was so bad.
So
I'm pretty sure I broke my ankle.
I'm pretty sure you did, but I was out of work. We didn't have any insurance, and so that's actually why we moved down here for work. I took a job down here, so yeah.
Anyway.
She goes, Sammy says, I'll do it. Thank God for my raise. It's so worth it.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely. Although personally, I prefer eating around the world, but I really love food.
That's fair. She goes, it's funny how.
You guys can drink, I'll eat.
It's funny how where people grew up, they moved to a complete opposite climate.
Absolutely. Yep.
Skylar says, I've never gotten used to the humidity here. I can handle 120 degree weather out west when it's dry, but it's brutal. I hate it. That's the one thing.
The humidity does suck. But being from St. Louis, we've had humidity there.
Well, we're between two rivers, the Missouri and the Mississippi. So during the summer, you just get all that humidity coming off the river, and it was a nightmare. So we're kind of used to that. But yeah, from what I understand, you could bake in the sun out in like Arizona or California, and like it would just feel warm. You wouldn't.
I have never been to the desert before. I would love to visit the desert sometime.
You know what? I agree with you. I don't think I've ever.
Not like Middle East desert, but like pretty California desert with like the pretty tumbleweeds and the rocks and stuff. I think that would be really pretty. We need to come to California and visit our friends. Right. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Our new BFFs that live in California, and we're here in Florida. It's booty.
It is. It is.
If James is still on, we're coming, man.
That's
we're
awful.
gonna come as soon as we can.
Oh, Sammy says, I have a bucket list from each country what I want to eat and drink.
Oh, cool. What do you want?
It's best to come prepared.
You got to do your research.
Skylar says, go to the desert. It's beautiful. Yeah, no doubt about it.
But will my pasty white skin?
Oh, you'll be fine.
I will burn up like a burnt piece of toast.
So
I glow in the dark.
Back in March.
You were not going to tell my stories.
For her birthday, we went on March 15th. We went to Around the World at Epcot to eat for the Flower and Garden Festival.
To eat around the world.
To eat around the world. She still has a tan right here A
Why are you
solid,
making me tell
a
that
solid
story?
30 days later,
Oh my God.
like she burnt so bad that it's still taking that long to heal up.
That is awful. I can't believe you just told my stories of my cleavage sunburn.
I didn't say cleavage. I just said right here. I just called you out.
Yes, I have the sexiest tan line ever.
James says that they're waiting for you, Gretchen.
Yes.
They're waiting for you.
Sweet. I want to do all of the shit.
All of the shit.
I don't even care. I want to do it. I want to do all the shit.
So
eat all the food and do all the things.
If you like The Mandalorian, if you like the TV show, then you need to check out the book that I'm pretty sure The Mandalorian is based off of, called Lone Wolf and Cub. You can't deny it.
Lone Wolf and Cub.
Can't deny it. It's about a samurai assassin who has a baby that he has to take care of. Yeah, right? I mean, it is like, and this is a story, like, this is a modern version, 2100, new version, but the original version is from like the 70s. So, I mean, the coincidences are beyond uncanny.
Well, it's all deeply, deeply rooted in Shakespeare, because everything in the world is ripped off from Shakespeare. There are no new ideas outside of Shakespeare.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, every story that's out there, I can find the root of that story is Shakespeare.
James says it's not a cleavage tan, it's a V-neck tan. There you go.
But I was in spaghetti straps.
Sammy says, Norway, I want to try school bread.
Oh, yes.
Germany, pretzel and beer.
Very good.
Of course. And where was the plum wine from? I forgot. That was from Japan. The plum wine was from Japan.
Yeah, plum wine in Japan.
Germany, the grapefruit beer. Yes. Spot on. That is some good stuff.
The grapefruit beer is probably one of the only beers that I actually will drink.
Yeah, and Gretchen hates beer.
I loathe beer. It all just tastes like straight yeast and it's disgusting. But the grapefruit beer is actually really refreshing.
Yep. It is. It's the citrus of the grapefruit that makes you think, hey, I'm drinking something that is thirst quenching.
You also have to go to the caramel kitchen and get some caramel popcorn or like any kind of treat there. Everything's delicious.
Yeah, the little bakery there in Germany, they have the best sweet treats.
Oh, my mouth is watering.
I know.
I'm gonna get all sad. Our favorite things that we have in Germany at the holidays was, which so they might have it there when you're there in September, but they had this gingerbread cookie.
Oh my God!
With
the best cookie ever.
With a caramel buttercream filling, and it had a caramel, like a big hunk of caramel in it.
Basically.
And it was the most amazing cookie I have ever had. And I've been a pastry chef for 15 years. I've never had a cookie like this in my life.
She says, yes, anything caramel. I'll be so excited to try anything there.
Yes.
So we used to spend Christmas at the buffet there. Christmas Day. We spend all of our holidays at Disney.
Yeah, Beer Garden for many years.
Beer Garden at Germany for the longest time because it was a nice buffet with like a
it had
Oompa band.
It had comfort food for us. We were both raised on good German food.
Yeah.
So.
But since Gretchen's been on keto and has lost 100 pounds, and I mean, look at me, buffets are wasted on me anyway.
I can't eat like that anymore.
I can only eat so many things, you know what I'm saying? So we can't eat like that anymore. So now we've been doing, like, for her birthday, eating around the world. Eat a little snack here, a little snack there, kind of pace yourself as you move around the country. And most of the snacks, if you just want a little snack, you can split between the two of us.
Yeah, they're big. Their portion sizes are really generous. And I feel like we're getting more fulfillment in our day trying all these different things.
Oh, I agree. Yes.
I really have enjoyed this. And the day we get to go back, we're friggin' doing it. I am just so ready to go back home.
All right.
To Disney World.
To Disney World.
To Disney World.
All right. So I showed you guys my Thundercats and I showed you guys my Transformers. Let me show you guys this one here. This is called Cobra Attack because this is what Cobra Commander would yell. You know, Cobra Attack! That sounds pretty good.
That's a great
Do your
voice.
Skeletor.
I am not a good person.
I think we basically did the same voice. I'm pretty sure they're the same voice in the cartoons anyway. But yeah, and then down there in the little corner it says Destro, because if you know anything about Cobra, Destro is the guy with the metal head. Yeah. So that's one, and so I'm working on, as part of that set right there with the logos, I'm working on a Ghostbusters one next. So
I'm down for it.
yeah, Ghostbusters is going to be next. And I might do a G.I. Joe to go with the Cobra, but I think people are more appealed to Cobra than they are G.I.
Yes,
Joe.
because everybody loves a villain.
Everybody loves the evil, right?
We all love the villain. When I was a kid, we used to play with other kids on the street, and we would like play pretend He-Man, She-Ra, or we played pretend G.I. Joe. I was always the Baroness when we played G.I. Joe. And when we were playing He-Man and She-Ra, I was always Evil Lynn.
Oh yeah,
I was always Evil Lynn. Occasionally I felt a little Tila, but mostly I was Evil Lynn.
Let's see here. Sandy goes, woohoo for keto, good for you.
Thank you.
The German pretzel we'll all have to split. It's a huge one. Yeah.
Oh, it's
you got to get the
huge.
beer cheese. You got to get the beer cheese with it because
you can't get beer cheese with it. That's the problem. Remember, like they don't have beer cheese with it.
Oh,
they only have mustard.
With it. That's right.
So that is my only complaint about that big ass pretzel is it needs beer cheese.
Yeah.
And if it had beer cheese with it, I would get it every single time.
So that pretzel pairs very well with that.
But they do give you mustard.
It pairs very well with the grapefruit beer. Seriously.
Oh, it really does.
Like, I know it sounds weird, but even if you take a little bit of the pretzel and dip it in the beer to kind of soften it up a little bit, the flavors. I'm just saying.
He's got a weird sense
I might have
of
done
taste.
that a couple times myself.
He's got a weird sense of taste.
Chris Echo says the metal texture is a nice touch. Yeah, thanks. So majority of these, I got some Ninja Turtle ones I'm going to show you guys in a little bit that I still need to touch up on the graffiti stuff. But I've been doing them on walls that are in concept with the logo. So the ones I've shown you so far are metal walls. So like the Thundercats one was on a metal wall because of like, let's say like Cat's Lair. Okay, I tried a pyramid wall and it just I didn't like the way the texture was bouncing back and forth and everything like that. I did the Transformers on a metal wall because it's a futuristic wall as well. And then Cobra, like I'm just thinking of like either one of their vehicles that they use or the command base or something like that. Another different metal wall. So those, and I think I'm going to try to do the Ghostbusters on another brick wall as well, kind of like a firehouse thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thank you. The metal texture is actually a little tricky. I had asked Gretchen if it looked like it made sense this morning. I'm like, does that look like that's on the metal wall? Let's see here. Sammy says, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. That's right. That's right. Chris says, OMG, I need to see that Ghostbusters. All right, my dude. Since I won't have it tonight, when I get it finished, probably tomorrow, I'll PM you and let you take a look at it. Sam says, I'm dying over here. I'm so hungry now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
James says, must depart. Keep up the Lord's work.
Oh, Lord.
So I don't know if you saw the recent video that Gretchen and I did, but we made those little Japanese candies, the little kits that you put together and mix the powder in the water and all that sort of stuff. It's so good. James loves the fact that Gretchen says, "Oh Lord."
Oh Lord.
Or Lord. That's isn't that another reference to Nutty Professor?
It's Medea.
Oh, it's Medea. I'm
Which
sorry.
Is basically
I'm sorry.
the
I'm
same
getting my
thing.
mix up of black men dressing in drag in movies.
Right. Of black men playing sassy old ladies.
Right, yeah. That's funny though. Oh Lord. I think I've only seen like two Medea movies.
But they were hilarious.
They were hilarious. So I used to like kind of be like, man, I don't think that's really for me. But we saw Medea's Boo something.
Boo Halloween or
something like that.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
What a freaking ridiculous movie.
I love it.
So as much as I moved boxes around and moved comics around and done this and that, I still haven't put away this Junior Woodchuck book. I'm still in that position.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Judge Dredd.
Yep,
I'm at Judge Dredd. I got to get past the JUDs to get to the JUNs.
Oh, okay.
Judge Dredd. All right.
I need more drink, and I gotta make coffee.
All right. Let me walk behind me. The macaron ice cream sandwiches in France. I don't think we've had that.
We have not had that because you don't do ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah, my teeth are super
but
cold sensitive.
I know what she's talking about, and I dying for one.
Okay. Yes. Wait, did you have one time and I didn't want to take a bite into it?
That was just the macaroon I had on my birthday, which was incredible.
Yeah, right.
The lemon raspberry.
Yeah. So I can't. It's like some people can like bite into ice cream, and it just gives me chills thinking about it. I can't do it. Oh, okay. All right. So I know Chris is up in New York. Sammy, where are you located at? What area are you located at? Like what time? You don't have to tell me where you're at. Like what time are you in right now? Is it late for you? Is it still like our buddy James who left is in California, so it's still like 6:30 there. You know, they probably had to leave for dinner. Okay, so I don't really like fish. Maybe I don't really like fish. Maybe I do, but my picky side won't taste it. Okay, but I'm dying to go to the UK and do fish and chips. That is a must. That is a must. You have to do the fish and chips. It's just whitefish. Like, I don't know if you have Long John Silver's or Captain D's or wherever you're at up there, or even like a fish sandwich from McDonald's. It's all the same, like whitefish. It's just fried fish, and you don't really. Fish and chips doesn't really taste like fish, babe, does it? It's not. It's not fishy. Yeah, it's not like you might have like if you've had fish like salmon or something like that. Those are tuna. Those are. You know, they have that very strong smell. But like whitefish is just flaky, you know, pieces. Yeah, you mostly taste the fried breading. And that's really what that is. Okay, so, and then, wait. Oh, so you're on that part. Okay, Indiana. You're in the same time zone as us. Gotcha. You did tell me you're from Indiana. I did know that. You talked about how you're kind of in the middle of nowhere. Okay, Justice League. Justice League of America. Well, isn't that interesting? I bought a double. I bought a better copy for cheaper too. This one was $4.50. This one's $3, and I can already tell it's in better condition. And I bought it for the Shazam cover. The Shazam movie, even if you're not big into superhero movies, you need to watch the Shazam movie because it's just funny. It is the lighthearted movie that DC needed to make. So if ever, you see it on Amazon, if it ever comes out for free watching on Amazon or whatever, watch the Shazam movie. It is worth it. We actually bought it so I could watch it anytime, and I've watched it so many times because I just think it's hilarious. Surrounded by Amish people in corn. Let's see here. Is the McDonald's one good? Because I will specifically order one to try to see if I'll do okay for fish and chips. Gotta be prepared. No, I get it. Is any McDonald's food good? That's the question. I don't have an answer for you. I mean, I'll eat one. Yeah, so I guess yes, I'll say they're good. I can't remember the last time I had McDonald's. But I think for a cheap, good start for to find out if you would like the similar sort of whitefish, that's probably the way to go. Yeah, I would say yeah. But I mean, I can't vouch for any McDonald's food. I don't think any of it's like real, except for the fries. I'll eat the fries all day long, but I don't care about the burgers or anything like that. And the chicken nuggets, even when I was a kid, still had this weird texture to me. So here's the Hit Girls that I was missing back here. I put that away in the issue 2 box, or in the issue H box over there. Dang it. Did that without thinking about it. Okay. Kick ass. Okay. So let me show you these other 4 that I got here of my art prints. Like I said, these need to be tweaked because I'm not happy with the graffiti in the background. Oh, I didn't show you this one. Hold on a second. So I don't know if any of you. Oh, my phone came unplugged. It's gonna die. Let me plug it back in. I don't know if any of you watched Star Wars Rebels, the cartoon, but there's a character named Ezra, who is the big protagonist of the show. He's the big hero, the potential Padawan to Jedi of the show, if you will. And the show ends very abruptly of just the disappearance of this character. There's like no definitive ending. Like he's just gone, but not like died. He didn't die in any way. He just disappeared, if you will. So I have this piece here. Share screen. And so that there is, if you recognize it, almost looks like the Rebel icon. So Rebels takes place, Star Wars Rebels takes place like right before, let's say, the Rogue One movie, okay? But the Rebels, this particular portion of the Rebels was called Phoenix Squadron. So the Rebel symbol looks like a phoenix with the phoenix head and the fiery wings coming around the side or whatever. But behind it there, it says Ezra lives on, once again, a metal wall because it's Star Wars, right? Different metal wall than any of the other ones. But so, and that was actually the first one I did because it was meant as a sign of rebellion in itself. Like somebody tagged a wall, put up the neon sign or whatever. Probably I would picture on like Coruscant or something like that where the Empire has already taken over and this is just kind of a little sign of defiance, if you will. So yeah, there's that one there. I don't know if many people get it. Like as many people as I talk to about actually seeing Star Wars Rebels, that amount of people that actually get what I'm talking about is very minimal. Then we've got, here we go. That's the first one. So here's Donnie. Here's Donatello. This was also one of the first neon ones that I was working on as well. And so you can see the pizza kind of in his face there. Up top in the back, it says Cowabunga. And then I might have another piece hidden in there somewhere, but I need to rework the graffiti because it's not coming out as clean in any of the way that I like it compared to the newer pieces that I'm working on as well. So, and I also did kind of a Andy Warhol thing with these where it's the same image, but it's different colors for the masks because essentially they, traditionally kind of look the same, but I changed the green color a little bit and obviously changed the tone of the mask as well. And a couple of them, even like the chest is a different color yellow depending as well. So it's kind of like that Warhol thing where it's the same frame, just different colors. So, and then there's Leo. And as you can see, like Donnie to Leo, right? And in the back there it says Ninja Go. And behind his head it says Turtle Power. And then I don't remember what's down there in the bottom by his chest. And then there's Mikey. Still some of the same graffiti. And then there's Raph. So I have those four. And they need a little bit of retooling. I'm not quite happy with them. But once again, they're on a brick wall for the whole New York scene, as well as opposed to a metal wall of some sort. People think of the big the brick structures up in New York when it comes to stuff like this. So there's that. And I'll probably use a similar concept when it comes to the Ghostbusters. Obviously, I'm not going to use the same brick wall, but something of a similar concept. I'll probably do like a Ghostbusters and like who you're going to call in the background and like a 555. What is it? JKL5 was their phone number or something like that. There's the Thundercats, and so that's what I have right now. I have the Cobra and the Turtles, the Star Wars, Thundercats, and Transformers, and I'll have the Ghostbusters tomorrow. And I think I could probably come up with one more. We could probably come up with one more. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And I'll probably list the Turtles also as a package deal for a little bit of a discount if you buy them all four together at the same time. So, let's see. Stop. There we go. Let's see here. Let's see. I mean, I know it's not scale of Disney, but if you can eat one of theirs, you like it. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Oh, you like the TNT ones? Thank you. Like I said, I got a little bit of tweaking to do, but they should be finished by Saturday morning by the time I have them listed. And but it is getting close to 10 o'clock here, guys. I've been trying, even though I'm not working right now, I've been trying to maintain a regular schedule of going to bed at a decent time so that I can get up at a decent time and be productive and make the artwork and be prepared in time for this Saturday. I don't. So during the day, though, I have been doing some live streams on like Instagram. Some of them on the Artworks Instagram. If you go to TV Artworks on Instagram, here, let me put that in here.
TV Artworks.
Instagram at TV. Oops. If I type Artworks. That's my Instagram. And then on the not Marvelous TNG, but on my Facebook page. If you're interested in friending me on Facebook or whatever, hit me up on Marvelous TNG. I mean, on either TV Artworks or Marvelous TNG on Instagram, and I will. I'll friend you because I've been doing live streams on my personal Facebook as well, some live streams and stuff like that. I was going over that Thundercats one, talking about coloring and stuff like that, and it just wasn't working for me. So, but I figured it out just chatting with people online because A, I'm colorblind. B, I have these colorblind glasses, but sometimes they work as really well, and sometimes I think it just depends on what I'm working on that they don't quite get what I need. And so yeah. I think that's it. I think we're gonna get ready to head to bed here because, like I said, it is almost 10 o'clock, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I still didn't make it out of that freaking box, so I made like not as much effort as I really wanted to. But I don't know that I'll be doing a live stream back in this room before this weekend. I think as part of the con, though, I might be doing a live stream, like doing some doodling or something like that, something like an artist would actually do at a con table if they were tabling. So, you got anything you want to say to people, baby?
Thank you for hanging out with us, and we love you very much.
Yes, this was great. This is a good time. I think later in the evenings is better for people.
Yeah.
And so, but we've been going almost a couple hours now, and it's.
I mean, I have ADD, so I get up and walk around just to kind of ignore me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. This was a lot of fun, and we'll definitely give you guys all a heads up next time we decided to do this again. It'll be soon, but like I said, I don't think we'll be doing anything like this before this weekend.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
This weekend's coming up quickly, actually.
Yeah.
It's amazing how you can stay busy still staying at home.
I know. Yeah, go figure, right?
Can't stop me.
All right, guys. Well, I'm ending the stream, and I just want to say once again, thank you guys. Chris, this was fun. You are awesome, sir, for sticking around so long. Really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Sammy says, "Have a great
Well,
night."
we could talk food anytime. Sammy's could do anytime.
Right. Good night, Skylar.
Bye, Skylar.
It's good talking to all of you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us so much. This is what makes doing
This
the
makes
quarantine so much
bearable.
easier. Yes. So we love hanging out with you guys as well. See you later, Daryl.
Bye, Daryl.
You and Skylar have fun making those wands.
I can't wait to see this finished product. I'm so excited.
All right, guys. Well, we're getting out of here, and we will talk to you all very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.